Hello and welcome back to Objectified. We are all familiar with the modern supermarket, a place where produce from around the world is stacked neatly under bright fluorescent lights. It is a marvel of global logistics. But stop for a moment and consider the food that is not flown in from distant continents. Consider the vegetables growing in the raised beds on a rooftop downtown, or the herbs flourishing in a repurposed shipping container beside a busy street. We are speaking today about urban farming, a phenomenon that feels utterly contemporary, a necessary response to modern food deserts and climate concerns, yet its roots run surprisingly deep. To understand urban farming, we must look beyond the quaint rooftop garden and examine its dramatic and often urgent origins. Urban farming is not merely a hobby for city dwellers. It is a practice, a philosophy, and a survival strategy that has been refined across millennia. It represents a conscious effort to reclaim a relationship with the food supply within the dense framework of a city. This is a story of adaptation, resilience, and the relentless human desire to cultivate. We are going to trace this history from ancient ingenuity to its current high-tech manifestations, uncovering the unexpected moments that turned city plots into essential lifelines. The origin story of organized, large-scale urban cultivation is absolutely fascinating. One of the earliest and most stunning examples is found in the heart of the ancient Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan, where present-day Mexico City stands. This was a metropolis built on an island in a lake. The Aztecs developed a system called chinampas, often called floating gardens. They were not strictly floating, but rather fixed agricultural fields created in the shallow lake beds by layering mud, decaying vegetation, and stakes. These highly productive plots surrounded the city, essentially feeding hundreds of thousands of people from within the urban boundary itself. This sophisticated system illustrates that the concept of integrating intense agriculture directly into the urban fabric is not a recent development. It is an ancient engineering solution to a timeless problem: how to feed a rapidly growing city. Fast forward many centuries, and we find the practice re-emerging in Europe, spurred by crisis and necessity. The concept truly gained momentum in modern times during periods of immense social upheaval. Think of the 19th century Industrial Revolution. Cities swelled with factory workers, and access to fresh, affordable food became a serious challenge. Philanthropic movements established what were known as allotment gardens in Europe. These small plots of public land were leased to city residents, primarily the working poor, allowing them to grow food for their families. It was a matter of health and economic security. The true moment of universal modern adoption, however, was during the two world wars. In North America and Great Britain, these efforts were known as Victory Gardens. Governments actively encouraged citizens to convert lawns, parks, and vacant lots into productive vegetable patches. The official goal was to supplement the food supply, freeing up commercial crops and transportation resources for the war effort. The psychological impact was equally important. These gardens provided a sense of purpose and self-sufficiency during a time of global anxiety. At their peak, Victory Gardens in the United States alone were producing an estimated 40% of the country's fresh produce. This was an astonishing demonstration of urban farming's potential scalability. The sheer volume of food produced was an undeniable testament to the power of decentralized cultivation. Following the wars, the practice waned as suburban expansion and industrial agriculture dominated. But in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, urban farming found a new life driven by different concerns: food equity, sustainability, and technological innovation. This is the era of vertical farming, where crops are grown indoors in stacked layers using controlled environment agriculture. Hydroponics, aquaponics, and aeroponics have revolutionized the efficiency of urban food production, allowing food to be grown with dramatically less water and no soil. These innovations are the direct descendants of necessity-driven ancient practices. They represent a cultural shift back toward localization, but armed with science. The cultural significance of urban farming today goes far beyond simple caloric intake. It is a tool for community building. Neighborhood gardens become shared spaces where residents of different backgrounds interact, learn skills, and build a localized food culture. It is also a powerful educational tool, reconnecting city children to the biological cycle of growth and harvest. It transforms a derelict lot, a symbol of urban decay, into a green, productive space, boosting the local environment and the collective morale. It fosters a sense of place and local pride that the global food system simply cannot offer. Here is a surprising detail. During the peak of the Victory Garden movement in the 1940s, the gardens were not just confined to residential areas. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady, planted an elaborate Victory Garden on the White House lawn. This was a highly symbolic act, giving an immediate and powerful endorsement of the movement. It demonstrated that no space, no matter how prestigious, was too valuable to be dedicated to growing food. Another surprising element is that many of the earliest community gardens in places, like New York City in the 1970s, started as acts of squatting by activists who were tired of seeing abandoned city lots become magnets for crime and trash. They took direct action to transform these spaces, proving that urban farming can be a powerful force for social justice and urban reclamation. So, where does this leave us today? Urban farming is now a multifaceted industry, encompassing everything from simple community plots to multi-million-dollar high-tech vertical farms. It is a critical component of building resilient and sustainable cities for the future. It addresses climate change by reducing food miles, and it combats inequality by bringing fresh, healthy produce to underserved areas. It is the continuation of a long, distinguished history of human resourcefulness. It is not just about growing food, it is about growing community, growing knowledge, and growing a better urban future. We want to know what you think. Have you ever participated in an urban garden? Do you have a favorite local farm? Let us know in the comments below. Your input helps us explore the fascinating objects and concepts that shape our world. If you found this exploration of urban farming's origins compelling, please consider subscribing to Objectified, give this video a like, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next deep dive into the history of things you thought you knew. Thank you for watching.